Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. Dear students, in the previous video class we have started with the new chapter, that is electric current and its effect. Okay, in the previous video we already learnt about the electric circuits, about closed and open circuits, and some of the symbols of electric components, which is very important, and battery, yes, about the battery and different types of batteries. And next we learnt about some of the circuit diagrams of closed and open circuit. Okay, these circuit diagrams are also very important here, you have to practice. And today in this video class we are going to start with the next concept of this chapter, that is heating effect of an electric current. And even we will learn about the electric fuse also. Okay, see, heating effect of electric current. Okay, you know that everyone have seen the bulb. Okay, in our day-to-day life, in a home, in a school, everywhere we are using a bulb. For what purpose we are using this bulb? We are using this bulb for light. Okay, so what is a bulb then? It is the smallest device. Bulb is the smallest device that uses the electricity to provide us light. Then what does the bulb will give us? It gives us a light. It is one of the smallest device that will give us a electricity. Okay, that uses electricity and it provides us a light here. Okay, an electric bulb has blown up evacuated glass chamber. Okay, it is having one of the glass chamber. You can observe electric bulb. Okay, this is the electric bulb. I hope you have seen this electric bulb, everybody. Okay, so this electric bulb will be made up of a glass chamber. Okay, whatever this outside part you can observe now, that is the glass chamber. Fitted an metallic base. Okay, upper portion is made up of what here? Glass. Okay, and base. The base is made up of what here? Metallic base it is having. Inside the bulb there is a fine tungsten wire called the filament. You can observe the tungsten wire. Okay, for that we are calling what here? Filament, supported by two thick wires. Dear students, it is what it is? Filament, and it is having two thick wires. These wires you can observe, two thick wires. Okay, inside the bulb there is a fine tungsten wire. One tungsten wire is there. This is a tungsten wire we call, and it is joined to the two fine wires here, thick wires. When a current flows through the filament, it glows and gives light. Then how we are getting the light then? When current will flow through the filament. Yes, where it is flowing the current? Through the filament. If this filament cuts, then the bulb will not glow here. So when the current flows through the filament, then the bulb will glow here and it will give us a light here. The filament of the bulb glows because it gets heated up and becomes red hot on flow of current through it. Then how we are getting that light? Then what is the process behind that one? What is happening there? Nothing but, see here, that filament of the bulb will glow. When it will glow? When it gets heated up. Okay, when these filaments will heat, when electric current will pass through this filament, at that time this filament will get heated, and when it will heat, automatically it will turn into a red color. Okay, red hot it becomes, and automatically the bulb will glow here. Dear students, you have observed, okay, when your bulb will be on, if you can touch and you can feel that one. Okay, you will feel that it is very hot. Okay, I hope you have observed. Correct? That only they have mentioned. When a current flows through the filament, it glows and gives a light. When we are getting a light here, current will flow through the filament. When through the filament only the current will flow and we are getting a light here. The filament of the bulb glows because it gets heated up and becomes a red hot on flow of electric current here. Okay, next you can observe here. When a current passes through a wire, produces a heat. It is called a heating effect of an electric current. Here one of the important definition they have given here. What is an heating effect of an electric current? When a current passing through a wire, okay, when this current will pass through this wire, then it will produce a heat here. It is called a heating effect of an electric current. You can feel the heat You can feel the heat emitting from a glowing bulb by keeping your hand near the bulb of a torch. Yes, today, dear students, already I have told this one that when you touch any, okay, wait, 1 second. Okay, when you touch any of the bulb here, okay, which is a glowing bulb, okay, that time you feel the hot here. Okay, that only they have mentioned here. You can feel the heat emitting from a glowing bulb by keeping your hand near the bulb of a torch. You can feel that hot here. The amount of heat produced by a electric current through a wire depends upon the following factors. Then what are the factors here? Okay, that one by one we will see. Material of the wire, length of the wire, thickness of the wire, amount of the current flow. Okay, these are the amount of heat produced by a flow of electric current through wire. It depends mainly on these factors, material of that wire and the length of that wire, whether the length is very long or very short, and thickness of that wire also, and even the amount of current flowing. On these all factors, the electric current will depend here. Okay. Next, we will move for the next concept here. They have given, when a current flows through the electric wire, the latter tries to resist the current flowing through it. This is called a resistance. Then what is resistance here? When a current flows through an electric wire, from where the current is flowing? From the electric wire, it will reach the filament here. Okay, then the filament will get heat. Okay, it will get red hot and suddenly the bulb will glow here. The process is in this way. Okay, here when the current flows through an electric wire, the latter tries to resist the current flowing through it. This is called as a resistance. Higher resistance produces more heat. If the resistance power is very high, then it will produce more heat. Okay, so only we will be having the 40 volt, 60 volt bulbs. Okay. The connecting wires are used in electric circuits. Where we are using these connecting wires, we are using electric circuits. Do not produce any heating effect because they are made up of materials that have low resistance value. Yes, you have observed that connecting wires are always coated with a plastic here. Okay, you have seen why it is coated with a plastic. Then it should not get heat here. For that purpose, they will be made up of materials. The connecting wires used in electric circuits do not produce any heating effect because they are made up of materials that have a low resistance value. Longer and thinner wires produce more heating than the shorter and thicker wires. This is the reason why the filament wire of a bulb is made up of very thin and given a helical shape to increase its length here. See, dear students, in the filament is also, it is made up of very thin. Filament is made up of a very thin wire here. Why it is made so thin? Because as it will give the less heat here. This is the reason why the filament wire of the bulb is made very thin and give a helical shape. Helical shape is nothing but, for this only we are telling a helical shape. Here you can see upper, that is a helical shape to increase its length. The heat produced in a bulb is not desirable but is a waste of electrical energy. See, whatever that heat is produced in bulb, it is not desirable, it is not useful, but it is a waste of electrical energy there. Which energy is wasting? Electrical energy is wasting. There is no such a wastage in a tube lights. Have you seen latest light sources called a compact fluorescent lamps, CFLs we call? Nothing but if you compare the bulb will be it will get very soon hot. Okay, so only they will tell that we have to use tube lights. Okay, but there is no, see, in a bulb there is a wastage of what here? There is a wastage of electric energy. But if you use a tube light, there is no wastage of electric energy. There is no such waste in a tube lights. See, in a tube lights there is no electric energy is wasted. Okay, I hope you have seen the CFL's bulb tube lights. Okay, they have given here. These are the low energy bulbs and consume less electricity. These are nothing but tube lights. Okay, these are such they have shown here. These tube lights, these are low energy bulbs. As the bulbs, normal bulbs will be having a high energy high energy, but if you see the CFL tube lights, they will be having a low energy bulbs here, and they consume a less electricity here. Electricity it will consume less, but if you use continuously bulb, that will be, it will be having high voltage and it will consume more energy there. Electric energy is wasted more there, but in a tube light it is not like that. The longevity of a CFL is about 8 to 10 times more than the ordinary bulb. Okay, electric heater, electric bulb, electric iron, geyser, immersion heater, electric hot plate, electric kettle, toaster, electric tester, electric oven and hair dryer. These are some of the appliances that work on heating effect of current. As I have told, what is the heating effect of an electric current? When a current passes through a wire, it will produce some of a heat. That heat we are calling a heating effect of electric current here. You have observed iron. Okay, this is a hair dryer machine. Okay, oven is they have given here. These all are some of the electric appliances that work on heating effect of current here. Okay, here they have given, as you know, this is the electric bulb and this is a tube light. Tube light will consume a less electric energy, but electric bulb will consume a more electric energy, and there is a wastage of electric energy in a bulb, but there is a no wastage of electric energy in a tube lights, because the tube lights are having what here? They are having the longevity of a CFL is about 8 to 10 times more than the ordinary bulb here. Okay, so for that purpose using of tube light is good. Here they have given about Thomas Alva Edison. He was an American scientist. He created for a discovery of a number of devices, including the photograph, the motion of picture camera, practical. They have given here electric light bulb also. Okay, Thomas Alva Edison, he invented even a bulb also. Edison also originated that concept of implementation of electric power generation and its distribution to the homes, business centers and factories. This great discovery led to the crucial development in the modern world. He made the first power station in where he had maintained Manhattan Island, New York in 1878. Edison was invited to the White House to demonstrate his photograph. He built a motion of picture produced studio in New Jersey. The studio had a roof that could be opened to let in a daylight, and the entire building could be moved to stay in a line with the sun. He was one of the great scientists. Even he invented a bulb. Next we will move for the next concept, that is the electric fuse. Okay, you know about electric fuse. Here they have given the symbol of the electric fuse. You have to remember all the symbols of symbols whichever came in this chapter. Okay, just we will go. You know that electric appliances work when electric current flows through them. Yes, you all know when the electric current will flow the electric appliances will work. Without flow of electric current, the electric appliances will not work here. If the value of a current passing through them exceeds the prescribed current limit, then the unnecessary heating can damage these devices. Nothing but electric fusing of electric. Okay, when see all the electric devices will be having some limit here. If it is overloaded, that energy, electric energy, if it overloads, then it may harm to that electric appliances here. Okay, it may cause a electric fire. It is very dangerous and must be avoided at any cost. See here, there is a safety device called a electric fuse, which is used in an electric circuit to prevent excess of heating due to the flow of electric current in a circuit. This device itself is based on the heating effect of electric circuit here. Okay, as we all will be just continuously, if you on any electric appliances, it will be that electric flow of current will be more and it will be overloaded and it will cause that device here. even it may cause electric fire also, as it is very dangerous. So it must be avoided. So to avoid that one safety device is there. That device itself we are calling a electric fuse. Okay. Each electric fuse consists of a metal wire fixed between two clamps. This electric fuse will be in that device itself. How it will be? It consists of a metal wire fixed between two clamps. The fuse wire melts quickly when electric current more than a specified value passes through it. See, the fuse wire melts quickly when current more than specified value current will flow more, so it will melt automatically. Fuses are commonly found inside the electric plugs. The symbol used to represent an electric circuit. This is a symbol to use an electric fuse here. Okay, electric fuse in an electric circuit. The fuse wire is usually made up of a alloy of a tin and a lead here. This electric fuse wire is made up of what here? Alloy of a tin and a lead here. The maximum current can pass through a fuse without damaging it. It is usually marked on its outer part of the part here. When current flowing through the fuse wire exceeds the marked current rating, the fuse wire melts and the fuse blows up here. See, they have given here about the electric fuse, how it will work. Okay, when a fuse connected in a circuit melts or blows up, it makes the circuit an open circuit and flow of a current stops thereafter. See, when it will stop the when a fuse connected in a electric blows up, it makes a circuit an open circuit. Here they have given blown up electric fuse, how it will be. You can observe the picture here. It will automatically what here? It will melts and it will blow or blows up here. It makes the circuit an open circuit and flows current stops thereafter. Thereafter it will stop that overloading current here. Usually the large amount of current flows in a circuit. Why? There are two reasons are there. Why there is a large amount of flow of current. One is a short circuit and one is a overloading here. Short circuits happens when two wires touch each other. You have to remember, when the short circuits will take place, when the two wires will touch each other, then the short circuits will take place. This may happen if the insulation covering over the wire gets damaged by heating effect. Sometimes jumbled wire also leads to the short circuits here. Jumbled wire is nothing but if you have not put the proper wire in a proper place, then also the short circuit may take place here. Okay, why there is a large amount of current flows in a circuit. One is a short circuit as one is a overloading. Okay, overloading of a circuit happens when a large amount of devices are connected to the same power supplying point. See dear students, when overloading will take place. Okay, when you put many devices to a same power supplying point here. Only one power supplying point is there, and you have if you attach many devices there, then overloading may take place. For example, they have given here. If we connect a television set, an electric iron and refrigerator to a single plug point in a household circuit, it will be heat up and damage the electric plug due to the overloading. See, so only in a home we will not make only one electric plug. Okay, we will make many electric plugs here. For TV separate, for fridge separate, even for iron, to use for iron we are doing separate electric plug. Why we are making a separate electric plugs here? Because of to avoid overloading. Okay, overloading may cause what here? It will damage a electric plug. To avoid the damage of electric plug, we are making a separate electric plugs in a household or in a offices or in a schools. We are not using only one electric plug here. Okay, a miniature circuit breaker, that is a MCB, a miniature circuit breaker, protects an electric circuit during a short circuits or overloading. This is one of the MCB, miniature circuit breaker it is miniature circuit breaker. It protects an electric circuit during a short circuits or overloading. So it is one of the protector. It looks like a switch and works like a fuse. How it is looking? It is looking like a what here? Switch here. But working what it works like a fuse here. when a current flowing through a electric circuit having a MCB exceeds a specified limit, the MCB moves down and stops the flow of current through the circuit here. Nothing, it is having a automatic here. When more current will flow, overload it is happening, then automatically it stops here. Okay. The MCB moves down and stops the flow of current through the circuit. An MCB can easily be reset by pushing its switch up to restore operation. It is one of the protector. It is overloading, passing of the current, it will stop here automatically. Okay, dear students, till now we learnt about the electric fuse also. In the next video class again we will see about the magnetic effects and current and electromagnet. And after this completion of chapter, I will give the exercise part and you have to write the question answers in your fair book. Till that, watch the video. If you get any doubt, you can contact me. Have a nice day. Thank you.